Hey guys. Oh boy, I don't even know where to begin. Um, you know, sometimes it seems like reality just hits you upside the head, and all along you thought that you was living in it. Um, I don't know. Last night when I was talking to the Lord, it suddenly was like I didn't know if I was coming or going, so to speak. And, it was just as plain as day, getting ready for bed and everything. Same old, same old. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. You think that you're living in the now, and then all of a sudden your future is uncertain. I guess that's the best way to put it, right? Um, like, for instance, my weight loss. A couple days ago, I broke down crying, and I thought it was out of frustration because I wasn't feeling good. But I really wondered what it was. I don't know if maybe it was over the frustration that I was so hungry so early, because I was extremely hungry about 8:30, and I ended up eating around 10 when I preferred to eat about 1:30 to 3. So maybe I was frustrated about that, or I don't know. I broke down crying. And then last night I almost felt like crying again, but I didn't have any reason to cry. And my weight loss is just one of the things. Just a small one of the things. Even on my best days, I don't know if I'm going to be up or down in weight. And that's always an uncertainty at night. At least for me. And I'm sure that it's that way for a lot of others who's trying to lose weight, and they're not exactly dropping the weight as we would call normal. Doing everything right and yet going up on the scale for no real reason or anything, but there's always some reason why the scales go up. But I'm not talking about my weight loss anyway. I already done the vlog this morning, so it's not about the weight loss, but it's just trying to figure out just who I am and where I'm going. I love watching this particular woman, Terry in Circles. And she said she's a woman in a box who hopes to get out of that box one day. Now perhaps she's talking about her anxiety and depression and stuff like that. To me, I feel like I'm in a box as well. And my box is kind of different. I don't go on adventures. I'm not a traveling business person or a freelance traveler or anything like that. I don't do anything other than just stay in the house, do a routine video or two, and then take the dog out up to 3 times a day total. And, everything is the same. It's the same. And sometimes I really wonder where my reality is. When I get into that mindset. I don't know if it's it dawning on me that I'm in a routine or what. It is just, it's so hard to explain. Seriously. I don't know. I guess when you do the same thing day in and day out, you do it. You can just the same as do it blind. You know, it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. Kind of like Groundhog Day with a few variances here and there, but still it's the same thing every day. And then on occasion, like, it hits you upside the head and you look around and it's almost like you're seeing the same thing for the very first time, you know. Like, yeah, I've seen that before, but have I really been looking at it? You know what I mean? Does anybody even understand what I'm trying to describe here? Because I don't know exactly where to pinpoint it. I don't know what to call it or how to describe it, except that it's just, sometimes it's almost like my eyes are wide open. Like all of a sudden I just opened my eyes, even though they'd been open. And sometimes when I experience that, I find myself wanting to do something different. Just up and do something different. Anything, you know. Used to be when I got into these kind of moods, I'd just go on ahead and style my hair. I really don't get into that now. I also used to just put on makeup. I really don't get into that either. And it's almost like, even though I would like go on ahead and do something different, at the same time nothing is appealing. You know? It's hard for me to find anything else. Trying to find myself. Trying to maybe discover myself, so to speak. Discover a new me, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Knowing the kind of person that I am, I'm not extremely social. I mean, I don't mind socializing, but I feel more comfortable socializing out in public, I guess you could say, instead of it being one-on-one. Maybe it's easier for me to be in a group so that I can just listen instead of having to be the instigator of a conversation. I don't know. Back when my sister-in-law was alive, she was always the life of the party, so to speak, even if it was just me and her. I didn't have a problem being around her, and she was the one who instigated the conversations and everything. Me and her clicked, you know. And I haven't found anybody like that since. I haven't found anybody that I feel comfortable enough around to be myself, to just click with, you know. It was easy with her. And I'm sure that I know plenty of people it'd be easy with. But I don't ever get the chance to spend time with them or opportunity, you know. They have a life. Sometimes it's just me and the animals, even when hubby's home. And it's good when hubby is home. Especially when me and him goes out and does something. That's nice. That's nice. Instead of just sitting around the house and him talking and me listening, you know. But we don't get that opportunity very often because he has to rest and prepare for work most times. And so even then, it's just still me and the animals. And of course God, always God. So a lot of times I find myself just talking to God. Just blowing off the top of my head, you know. About anything, about nothing, about everything. And that's what he's there for, you know. I mean, our salvation is one thing, but he's there for us when we need to just let it out. When we just even have air in our heads that we need to let out. A lot of days I don't mind. A whole lot of days I don't mind, because that's the kind of person I am. I had developed that years ago when I found it hard to have any true friends growing up. And it finally dawned on me that it was okay, because it was so much easier to just be by myself. I didn't have to worry about people looking at me funny if I said something wrong, if I mispronounced a word, if I didn't make any sense in what I was trying to describe. I was able to talk to myself and knew exactly what I was saying. Able to talk to God, and he knew what I was meaning, you know. So I had developed a long time ago that in so many ways it's easier to be alone. Sometimes, especially like if I'm trying to go walk, I would love to have a walking partner, you know. Somebody who's gung-ho to even go on the advanced trails with me. Someone who's always willing to push when I need a shove. And there isn't anybody like that around here. Not that I know. My sister-in-law would have. She is definitely one of a kind. Last year, pastor's wife attempted to get a group going that would walk every Saturday. The last day that it was held, it was just me and my pastor's wife. Everybody had a reason why that they couldn't show up. I got to attend one particular Saturday where there was actually 5 of us. Yeah, a lot of times I choose to be alone. But even if I chose to have people surrounding me, or at least one person, I wouldn't have one. I had once heard or read, I think it might have been in a comment or something, or just in someone's vlog, that even with their spouse home, they're still lonely. I know that. I feel that. And it's not because hubby isn't here for me, because he is. Sometimes he's there for me a little bit too much when I don't need him. So he's not the kind who neglects me or anything, you know. He's not the kind who's not there. It's just the way it ends up being. And ain't nothing can be done about that. When you're part of a family that's got a working partner, you more or less live a lonely life. Whether they work the night shift or the day shift, it doesn't matter. You live a lonely life. You're not so lonely when your partner is alert and with you. Unless, of course, they're the kind of person that goes off and leaves you to your lonesome and they do their own thing. In that case, then, yeah. But that's not how it is with me. A lot of times I actually have to find something to get into to get away from him, because he unknowingly to himself starts to overcrowd me. And so a lot of times my loneliness is of my own doing, you know. But it's those quiet days that I need. I need quiet days sometimes. And other days I need to be able to do something. And it's those days that I need to be able to do something that I really can't do anything at all. So it comes right back to me doing the same thing in and out every day. Living my own Groundhog Day. And the only sad thing is, there won't be any getting out of it. Even if there would be a particular lesson for me to learn, there won't be any getting out of it. Midlife crisis, maybe? No. I think I might have done that. Just sometimes coming to the realization that, hey, I've done that again. more likely I'll do it again tomorrow. Who am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing? Stay insane in an insane world, right? And I'm not complaining, not one bit. I don't want anybody taking it that I'm complaining about anything, because I'm not, you know. I've really got a good life, I do. I've got a good life. I'm blessed. I just never know if there's going to be something new or if it's going to be the same thing every day, you know. And sometimes monotony gets in the way. And that's when I would like to more or less experience something else completely different. But what? There isn't anything, really. So, it's what I deal with, it's what I live with, and it's still good. It's still good. It's still all good. It really is. It's all good. Like I said, I'm not complaining one bit. Just sometimes it's almost like I've been in hypnosis and somebody snaps their fingers and I'm alert all of a sudden. It's the way it seems to me anyway. But it never changes anything. Whoever hypnotized me didn't tell me that at a certain sound I would say, do, or act anything. So, it is what it is for me. It is what it is for me. I wonder if any of you experience what I've tried to describe, or maybe know a better way to describe it. It'd be interesting. Anyway, just a little off the top of my head video, so a pondering of thoughts, just putting it out there. Anyway, guys, I love yous.